The garlic harvest is over. It's the 11th of August 2022 and the garlic harvest is finished. And we have put the garlic in these mesh bags. These are the same bags that I use to screen the compost extract. And so as I put the garlic in here, I want to make sure it stays dry and has lots of airflow. So I like them in a mesh bag, and then every day we come and we rough them up like this. And then we would want to store them somewhere that's not humid. So in the greenhouse is not the best place. But to get them dried out, the greenhouse is a fine place. If you had a very humid, wet greenhouse, if you lived in the Midwest or the South, this would not be a good place to do this. But here in Nevada, this works fine. So I just rough them up like this. It's just stirring them a little bit, making sure that there's no wet spots in this garlic. But there we go. So I'll just show you. There's the garlic clove. It looks just like that. Once we're done, we just take a pair of scissors. We cut that off and the top off. But I waited until the tops were completely dry. There was no green left in the top. When I dug the garlic, we would dig it with, there was a little bit of green in the stem, and then it would sit out on the ground and dry like hay for 4 or 5 days until the green was all gone. And where does the green go? Much of it evaporates. Some of it comes down into the clove, and then we cut it off, and we cut this off, the roots. And that is how you cure the garlic. And so it's still in the curing process because some of them are still a little wet. But I'm happy with the garlic this year. It did good. These are nice, big, beautiful garlic cloves. And we did, it's a good crop. I have 5 or 6 different varieties, and I don't even know what varieties they are because when we originally started years ago growing this, we just got garlic from the grocery store. And I'm not concerned about what varieties they are because it's garlic that we like and it does well in our climate. So what I will do is I will save about 1,000 of these individual cloves. So you would take this part apart. So I'll have 1,000 of these to replant for next year, and then that gives us 1,000 of the big full cloves. And each clove has anywhere from 8 to 20 individual cloves when you break them and take them apart. So right here is my, I've been taking these ones apart for seed. And so you would just take the big clove like this, and you just break that off. And that is that's one clove right there, and we would plant that in the ground. So we have all of these. So I'll keep breaking these up until I have about 1,000. And then we'll be ready to plant. So we take this entire thing apart, just like you're gonna eat it, just like that. So I take this and we plant it. I also take it just like that and I put it in a roast to roast. I don't peel off the paper. I don't do any of that. Once it's roasted like that, then all you do on your plate, you just smash it with a fork, and the insides come out, and you eat the inside, and you throw the paper wrapping away. It's an easier way to eat it than having to do all these other funny things in the kitchen trying to peel it. But depending on your recipe, that may not be appropriate. But all this paper type stuff can come off. And then we just pull this apart like that, and there's the cloves ready to plant. Look how beautiful that is.
I like that rosy color.
That color is glorious. At this point, I like to crack it like that. The roots come off. This is trash that goes to the compost. And the center, still a lot of moisture in there, but there's 2 cloves here. I'm trying to break them apart, but I don't want to crush it, and it's still high moisture at this time of year because we've just harvested it. So I'm going to just let that dry some more, and I'll break it later. So that's how we prepare the garlic for planting. Hopefully this helps you to have a garlic patch.